mysterious story.
Because fear has no bounds, when you believe that you've discovered your complete worst fear, please remember that there's always something worse. Number 16. Despite the fact that it is said they shot this ghost video on the second floor of a college, I believe that there is a string pulling just a chair. However, do you notice anything when you zoom in? I'm afraid I can't say I do. Number 15. A nearby worker taking a break is said to have discovered this video of a girl brushing her teeth at the back of a dumpster. Despite the fact that the deep voices on the tape seem that they've been slowed down, her toothbrush sounds normal, therefore, I'm not sure what's taking place. After 14 seconds, movement is heard off camera, and something out of this world ambushes her. Because she never looks at the camera, I have a feeling that she was unaware that the camera was recording her. Perhaps it was taken through a hole in the wall or through the other side of a one-way mirror. The SNDT Women's University in Mumbai, India, provided this grainy cell phone video. They are running down a long corridor that is filled with a large number of classroom conversations when they notice another student approaching from the opposite direction. Well, I make a guess that they didn't discover them because it was just a pair of shoes with nobody attached. Let me know if I'm crazy or if this is a ghost student attending class. Number 14. A Reddit user named Stalker the Zone appears to be in a hurry when a wheelchair is recorded at the hospital by him. Despite the fact that he is definitely looking forward to something to take place, I get the impression he doesn't want anyone to catch using his phone, so perhaps this is his workplace.
Come on.
The wheelchair appears and moves on its own just when he is ready to give up. When he discovers the wheelchair is turning his way, his relief turns to horror.
See, I can do no.
Even though I suppose someone off-screen could be dragging the wheelchair towards them, wheelchairs are comparatively weighty, and any wire that could pull it would be thick enough to be visible on the video. Number 13. There is a YouTuber named Singalapal hearing something outside his front door late at night. Because his inquisitiveness is heavier than his fear, he brings a camera to go outside to attempt to locate the source. Despite the fact that at least one person believes it is a demon, many others believe it is a fox. Please tell me if you can hear. And they shot this video in December, which coincides with the fox mating season. However, it's odd that the person who lives here claims to have never heard of it and has no idea what it is. Here's another video to assist you in analyzing the source with me.
What is that noise?
And do you think that it was a fox or something far worse, such as a rake? Number 12. During their investigation of a house in Waterford, Michigan, the SEMGHS ghost hunters capture some pleasant paranormal proof. Because there is not anybody that is near the doorway when this motion detector goes off, please explain how this can take place.
This is my shadow. Oh, the motion went off.
After that, the motion detector gradually grows faint when orbs fall as he says hello.
Hello. Okay, what you are seeing right there lit up, that's the motion detector. And it just...
And when they discuss what took place, a third voice joins in with this gruesome whisper.
Plus the, it was the extender of the,
Number 11. Ken Heron and Gary, his ghost hunting assistant, discover an old burned-out house that is covered in soot and ash. They are not able to stay for long because the inside is littered with trash and every surface feels sharp and broken. Ken has the impression that they are being followed when they go out of there, which Gary quickly confirms.
Is there anything behind me? I'm scared.
Dude, there is something up.
Yes, this figure is watching them from the very corner of the window, barely visible unless for its single glowing white eye. Despite the fact that they appear to be crouched down to make themselves even more difficult to see, here's the thing, nobody should be standing there at all. Ken and Gary were just staying inside that house, and they both are aware that's a collapsed floor in one of the rooms. Number 10. Despite the fact that this abandoned house is discovered by a father and his 2 children as an unusual way to bond, I believe it may have ended up tearing him apart. They walk into the dark kitchen and are greeted by a wild growl. They are suddenly going out of the house as quickly as they can, however, there is debris everywhere and they must move slowly. Just when they get ready to leave, their worst nightmares block their path.
Get out of here!
The thin ghoul bears only a passing resemblance to a human, its features wide and dark, taking up a large portion of its face. It lacks eyes and a nose, and its mouth is nothing more than a wide cavern that extends from cheek to cheek. Number 9. After capturing this moment on his channel, a live streamer named Spetsnaz Boss believes his house is haunted. He is completely immersed in the game when the clothing on his door is raised for no apparent reason.
Please, I don't wanna go, please.
It appears that his jacket sleeve raises in the air, as though to greet all of his admirers. Despite the fact that there's a possibility this is arranged, especially since he's playing a scary horror game, it's also possible that his fear is what drew it in. Number 8. MELMUR 4564, a YouTuber, seems to have a unique problem with her apartment home, an unwelcome visitor who refuses to leave. Even though you may not notice it right now, it is aware of your presence. No matter which way you look at it, this tiny crescent shape resembles a human face. Even with the camera fully tilted, you can see the left side of someone's face. How did this happen, and more importantly, why is it not going away? Number 7.
Alright guys, I'm gonna show you one of the reasons we hate this house.
Not your average wife, a YouTuber, also does not seem to live in your average home. Catherine, her dog, will not go down the steps leading to their basement. Keep an eye because I believe it is discovering something that none of us can see.
Catherine! Come on, baby! Come on, pretty! Come on, baby!
Even a nudge from behind can't persuade Catherine to take the stairs.
Come on, Catherine!
And, to demonstrate that she does not have a general fear of stairs, they show her using various stairs without difficulty. Perhaps the dog nearly dropped down the basement steps and is right now scared of them. At least, that's the only non-paranormal explanation I can come up with. And should it be paranormal, based on Catherine's demeanor, it's got to be something sinister in that basement. Number 6. After leaving his PS4 camera on record, a weird activity is noticed in his hallway by a YouTuber named D-Edge. Despite the fact that the apartment is empty, this tiny figure appears at least twice, according to the uploader. The figure makes its second entrance 20 seconds later, each time hovering around the top of the doorway before vanishing into the darkness. Even though I assumed it was light emerging from the window across the room, the angle doesn't quite match. Something is undoubtedly present, however, please tell me what you believe it to be. Number 5. It appears that there is a motion sensor camera in his living room that Elliot Mosqueda belongs to that appears to go off for no apparent reason. However, if you look at the television, you will notice someone passing across the room. The black reflection of this square poster on the television confirms that it was the same background. I want to ask the question is whether it is genuine or manipulated. Number 4. It appears that this video suddenly devolves into one of the most terrifying fears that I believe most people have, your parents catching you doing something that caused embarrassment. Despite the fact that this is thought to be a Russian Twitch streamer, I couldn't discover who this streamer is. Please tell me in the comments if you know any information. However, in any case, she's in the middle of lip-syncing a Japanese song for the Twitch viewers. That's when she listens to her front door open. Immediately, the music is turned off by her, and she is clearly embarrassed that he's just entered her stream. This appears to be her stepfather, and they have a brief conversation before she begins closing the door on him. Despite the fact that it's always been a fear of mine to be followed while singing along to my best loved songs, I can only think how much worse it would be to be followed while dressed up in a cosplay costume and live streaming. It might be time to invest in a lock. Number 3. In the distance, there is a dog barking at an alleged ghost seen staying afloat around a women's college in Asansol, India. Despite the fact that they appear to be floating in midair at first, I believe they are passing across a rather thin branch. Because I believe that I discover them take hold of the tree for assistance around 6 seconds into the video, I can't say for certain that this is a ghost. Number 2. There is a fox with clouded over white eyes bitting at the door, its tongue wildly expanding, its teeth scraping across the glass. This fox appears to be insane, most likely due to rabies. It does not know where I'm going or what I'm looking at. All it knows is that it expects to enter and cause havoc. When you look into its eyes, you can discover that all instinct has been lost, replaced by insaneness and unsureness. It seems that its tongue lashes out for moisture that does not exist, smearing its sickness onto the glass. When it opens its mouth at 58 seconds, you can discover that the tips of all of its teeth have broken off, most likely from biting on many hard surfaces when it momentarily loses its balance through its final hours. Number 1. GAC, a British music store in Brighton, records 2 paranormal events on CCTV. The first takes place during business hours when a white outline walks up the steps and skirts around a customer who is texting. After that, it looks like it's going in the opposite direction to one of them, then turns around at the last second. Should this be a CCTV glitch with overlapping video, it's strange how the phantom figure appears to move while taking their positions into account. 2 months later, there is not anyone in the store, these guitars shake back and forth. The other instruments do not move at all. There are no shadows on the wall to show that anyone is nearby. Unless this is true, how did you carry out it? Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because I upload a new video every day. Or if you're still not convinced, here are some of my other videos that I think you'd like. Enjoy.